Lutheran Social Services brings a lot of them in on refugee status, like from the Congo.
Are their birthdays January 1st?
Most of them. Yeah, you know the.
We have a
Yeah.
PSA's got a couple of them that say they're 11 and
Oh, I know which
10.
ones.
You know what?
Patrick.
Clarence and Patrick.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for them because and they're
Good soccer.
Oh yeah. We've played against Patrick before. It's questionable. I mean, most people, even the PSA coaches who are still left at PSA, who now can speak freely since they went into, they say he's not. But I could care
Ralph went
less.
up to him and he looked up at him and he goes, "How old are you?" And he goes, 11. He
Ralph.
goes, "Well, your birth certificate says you're 10, so you better at least get it straight."
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. It makes, well, Ralph's from Africa, so
Yeah.
he doesn't.
Yeah, is that team going to play C1 this year, or are they just going to skip it all together now?
When does Minnesota go to birth year? They go to birth year. Is it this year? They're going to go.
In the fall, maybe.
No, I think it's this year, from what I hear. They're going to start. Eden Prairie. We have friends who play for Eden Prairie.
Well, they can do that if they want, but the leagues are still based on August 1st to July 31st.
Okay, so maybe they're positioning themselves.
Georgia, it's this fall.
Yeah.
It's this fall. So maybe it makes more sense. I mean, Europe's that way. This U.S. soccer's that way.
I think it stinks, so we're going to be on the opposite side of that argument.
You mean because it's breaking up your team?
My girls are getting.
It's breaking up my team. It's taking 3 of my sons a year of youth soccer away from them for no reason, other than the fact that the U.S. national team coaches can't count.
What do you mean?
They can't look at the field and say, "Oh my goodness, this is so hard. This kid's born in 2000, this one's in 2001. Oh, my brain hurts." Can we change it all? I don't care what happens to the rest of the United States. I just care about the national team. So if they say that it's a competitive thing, then I'll go up to them and say, "Oh, really? So how did the girls' team do so well all these years?"
Well, they're girls. I hope you don't have a girl.
I do have a girl, but
But
I don't know.
girls the girls' soccer is just coming up. But
Well, it's because of Title IX.
And it's not very. They're not very good. Yeah.
They're just looking
but
for.
girls' soccer is not as competitive as boys. But U.S. soccer's doing pretty well, isn't it? U.S. girls.
Well, that was my point. Yeah, they are doing well with.
But the thing is, isn't Europe all on birth year? And
Well, if Europe went off a cliff, should we follow them? I don't know.
well, but they are the benchmark for soccer, aren't they?
No, they're not.
Europe? You don't think
On
so?
men's, no,
Yeah,
actually,
I'm thinking, I mean, that's what we're talking about.
but that's got nothing to do with when a kid is born. It's got something to do with. It's got 2 things. It's got in Europe and in South America and most of the rest of the world, soccer is the #1 sport. If I could take LeBron James, Steph Curry, Adrian Peterson, and put all those boys into soccer rather than football, basketball, whatever,
Yeah.
we would compete as a nation without any problem whatsoever. So the first thing is soccer's not the big sport here,
Not yet.
and that's the main thing. And it's
Well,
got,
one thing, the thing is, the big thing is older players, older birth year players not as developed as the January, February birth years when they're growing up, when they're younger. So then the older birth years don't get the same opportunities to develop because they're always 6 months behind, which is huge when they're little kids. So what would it make that a better advantage?
so you're saying the kids born January, February, March.
Well,
So
typically
right now-
January, February, March are bigger, and they're stronger and bigger when they're younger than kids born in August. So I'm wondering what format gives those younger players opportunity to play against older players and develop, because they're 6 months behind the curve, but when you're 7, 8, 9, that's huge in development. Even 13, 14.
How are you?
I'm old, I'm fat, I've got no hair,
Good
but thanks for
morning.
asking and
How
reminding
Are
me.
you Bob? Hi, Bob.
Good to see you. All right, so we'll have it all worked out. So I told him just to hang out with the boys, whatever. They may go back to the dorms, but there'll certainly be lunch involved. They'll have lunch, and then he'll be here at 3 to
Okay.
play. And it's good.